Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Weekly Headlines. I am, as always, Dustin W. Stout of Dustn.tv, and bringing you the hottest news in social media every week. Let's get right into it. There's a lot to talk about today. First thing in the news that I'm going to chat about is Google is reportedly readying a Instagram competitor. After numerous rumors spreading that Google Plus Photos will be branched off to become its own separate entity, now the latest rumor is that Google is attempting to create an Instagram competitor. Now that makes a little bit more sense than Google just completely removing photos from Google Plus, to me anyways. That reminds me, just a little bit of a side note, anyone who continues to use these sorts of rumors as signs that Google Plus is going away has officially lumped themselves into the same camp as Harold Camping, the Heaven's Gate Society, and all those lunatics who, well, basically didn't know what they were talking about and preached doom and gloom. So, that said, the app is rumored to be a standalone photo sharing app similar to Instagram that will not require a Google Plus account. Very interesting. Now, as Google is preparing to copy Instagram, possibly, Instagram has actually already copied Snapchat. They've created a new app called Bolt. It is a messaging app. Strangely, the app doesn't require you to have an Instagram or even a Facebook login, but instead you sign up using your phone number. The app then uses your phone contacts and has the ability to send photo messages quickly with text overlays or text in the message. With one at a time. So very similar to Snapchat, it also has the ability for messages to be to disappear after they've been viewed. The app is currently only available in Australia, Singapore, New Zealand, and South Africa. So I guess they're testing it out there, and eventually we'll get it here in the U.S. to see if it's any good. Personally, don't think it's going to be that big a deal. I can't imagine using a social media app to message people one at a time. Ain't nobody got time for that. In other news, Pinterest getting into the messaging game as well. Finally, Pinterest adding some sort of social messaging system to their platform. It looks pretty cool. A lot of buzz about it on Pinterest. I haven't seen anyone using it, but I have seen at least a dozen pictures about it. So we'll see how that goes. I think it's a good direction for Pinterest to actually get social. Maybe people will actually talk on the platform now. Who knows? Also in the news, Facebook, not a great week for Facebook. Apparently Facebook was down for about a half hour this past week, and it was such a crisis for some people that they felt the need to dial 911. Yeah, 911 because Facebook was down. And it was so bad apparently that police officers had to make a public statement. Actually, one police officer from the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department posted a tweet saying, "Facebook is not a law enforcement issue. Please don't call us about it being down. We don't know when Facebook will be back up." So apparently when people couldn't get through to 911 about their Facebook crisis, they took to Twitter. And users used the hashtag #FacebookDown on Twitter, and they, within that half hour that it was down, created a bunch of very funny memes, images, some of which I've highlighted in the full blog post that this video will appear in. It'll be in the link on YouTube. Be sure to check that out. There's some great ones in there. One from Darth Vader and one from a YouTube account called You Had One Job. Very funny. Also in Twitter news, Kim Kardashian decided to take complaints to Twitter this week about her excess baby weight. She was tweeted saying, "My hips and butt are huge now." Yeah, now they are. Because they weren't before. Social media users are also starting to file prenups, social media prenups to be precise. This is a new trend where if you're getting a divorce, you don't have to sit there and painfully decide who keeps the Twitter account or who keeps the Google Plus photos. If you're into that thing, I guess these social media prenups are the way to go. A little word of advice, though, just from me to you. If your significant other is pushing a social media prenup, let me save you a lot of heartache, time, and money. Find someone else, because they're probably nuts. Now, last week we had, as always, our good idea, bad idea. Last week's good idea, bad idea was Google's acquisition of Twitch. Twitch is a live game streaming company, and I asked you, as I always do, what you think. Is it a good idea? Is it a bad idea? I had a couple of responses here that I wanted to highlight. One from Sankey Pittsburgh. She says, I give it a good buy, with the caveat that they continue the service that they have been offering. I would agree with that. I think they should definitely honor the user base that's already there. And my buddy Ben Fisher had some insight. He said, good idea. The acquisition comes to about $20 per user. I think they can make that back. Well, I think you're absolutely right, Ben. Google definitely has the ability to make back $20 a user if they so choose. Now, it's time for this week's good idea, bad idea. This week's good idea, bad idea is all about Facebook Messenger. In case you missed it, over the last few weeks, actually, Facebook has been aggressively rolling out this new policy about using its messaging feature, and users are beginning to complain. Basically, soon you will no longer be able to read, send, or reply to Facebook messages from the native app. You'll be forced to download a separate standalone messaging app from Facebook. So obviously users hate change, and they hate having to do things forcefully. The app also raises a number of privacy concerns, as stated by the writer of this article, which I linked to in the full post. He states that if you take a look at the permissions the app requires, you will be very disturbed. Some of the permissions you give to this app when you activate it are the ability for it to change the state of your network connectivity, the ability to call phone numbers and send SMS messages, the ability to record audio and take pictures and videos at any time, the ability to read your phone's call log, including info about incoming and outgoing calls, the ability to read your contact data, including who you call and email and how often, the ability to read personal profile information stored on your device, and the ability to get a list of accounts known by the phone or other apps you use. So basically, this new Facebook Messenger app is attempting to become Siri. That seems to be the goal. It wants to know everything about you, how you use your phone, and somehow use that. So my charge to you this week, is that a good idea? Is that a bad idea? How do you feel about it? Please leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. I'd love to highlight some of the best responses next week and the weekly headlines for next week's video. I am, as always, Dustin W. Stout. You can find the full notes, full links, and everything on Dustn.tv. I'm going to put it up here in just a little bit, where you can click on the link down in the YouTube description. Thanks for watching. I will see you soon, and have a great night. Please do.